stand for nothing, and there's no way we ever could.
Now we see everything's going wrong with the world and those who lead it. We feel like we don't have the means to rise above and beat it. So we keep on waiting, waiting, waiting on the world to change.
We keep on waiting, waiting, waiting on the world to change.
It's hard to beat the system
When you're staring at a distance, so we keep on waiting, waiting, waiting on the world to change.
Now if we had the power to bring our neighbors home for more, they would never miss a Christmas, no more ribbons on their door.
When you trust your television, what you get is what you got. It's when they own the information, that and all they want.
So we keep on waiting, waiting,
Waiting on the world to change.
we keep on waiting,
Waiting, waiting on the world to change.
It's not that we don't care, we just know that the fight ain't fair. So we keep on waiting, waiting,
Waiting on the world to change.
لما صن صفو السماء
فلننتظر أجل الحكاية.
فلنبقي ما يروي الظما وليبقى من يروي الرواية.
We're still waiting, waiting, waiting on the world to change.
We keep on waiting,
Waiting, waiting on the world to change. One day our generation is gonna rule the population. So we keep on waiting, waiting, waiting on the world to change.
waiting on the world to change.
Waiting on the world to change. So we keep on waiting, waiting, waiting on the world to change.
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 Since 2009, the Charter for Compassion has carried a simple yet radical truth that compassion must guide our lives, our communities, and our world. For 15 years, this truth has inspired us to exercise patience, to work with determination, and to weave together a global movement of healing and justice. Today, we stand ready to begin the new chapter of this journey, the launch of Charter for Compassion 2.0. But before we take the step forward, let us return to our beginnings, to hear once more the voice of our first visionary, Karen Armstrong, whose call to compassion gave birth to this global movement, and to honor the partners who helped bring that vision to life, TED and Fetzer Institute.
Karuna means
TED's a non-profit dedicated to ideas worth spreading. And today we're excited to be celebrating what is arguably the greatest idea humanity has ever had.
We unveiled the Charter for the first time. It's a short document. It's been composed by people online from all over the world, and it's been written as a cooperative exercise by inspiring thinkers in all the major world religions. And the idea is to show that whatever our differences, and there are many, and there are many interesting differences, we have compassion at the core of all our moral and ethical and religious systems. And it's a call to action. We are calling upon people to realize that to work for the welfare and benefit of the whole of humanity, not just our own little group or our own nation, is a religious and ethical duty at this polarized time. Compassion isn't just a blanket thing. The Golden Rule requires intelligence and creativity, and we learn by doing it. It means that we really have to look and find out what is the right thing to do in this particular situation. So that you can't rule by diktat. But this is an exercise in creativity worth doing, I think, at this time.
The idea of a charter and naming it the Charter for Compassion, because we were kind of in circles and in meetings, yes, we absolutely knew right away that was it, and believed instantly in a document that, we have historical proof that a document, a charter, can actually make great change, and just got excited about the idea of releasing that to the world.
And then how did you take it on? Was it a sort of brainstorming session?
Well, so her wish changed. I mean, before people make their TED Prize wishes, we've worked really diligently to come up with an execution plan that we're sure is going to work. But then you deliver your wish. The next day after you deliver a TED Prize wish, we have a lunch with a few hundred people, and people start to commit different ways of working with the winner. So PR help, media help, technology help, sometimes funding. And in this case, the wish started to change instantly from the TED community. People said, whoa, it shouldn't just be Abrahamic faith religions. It should be all faith traditions and, again, the secular world. And so it started to change then at TED. And then the first thing we did was put together a creative brainstorming group with, I think we had a technology person, a couple of ad people, foundation people, and that's when the idea to not have a council write the charter, but open it up to the world, started to take shape. And that's when the wish really changed. And in one sense, originally it was getting, the religious leaders and thinkers and people that have already lived in a way that has proven that compassion works, together to write this charter and then launch it in a kind of campaign to the world and get the document out. But then when the idea to have the world contribute to the charter happened, it became this huge, we got excited about the collaborative, the possibilities for mass collaboration around it. And so that's where the partner network started to build. The thousands of people started to come on board to help write the charter, to help spread the charter, to create videos around what compassion is and to create awareness that way. And that's when it really switched and became a massive grassroots, ground-up effort.
Great.
In those early days, the charter was more than an idea. It was a gathering of voices. What began as a vision to highlight exemplars of compassion quickly grew into something much larger. From living models of compassion, the movement swelled up upward from the grassroots. Ordinary people across cultures and traditions came forward to shape the words, to add their wisdom, and to breathe life into the document itself. Soon, partners and cities joined in, embracing the charter not just as an aspiration, but as a framework for action. Neighborhoods, schools, houses of worship, and civic leaders began to weave its principles into the fabric of daily life. What emerged was not simply a statement, but the foundation of a global movement, one that continues to expand, rooted in the conviction that compassion belongs everywhere.
Okay, so a charter is a document, much like the Declaration of Independence or the Magna Carta, where you swear to uphold certain ideas or beliefs no matter what. The Charter for Compassion is a document written by people from around the world representing every country and every faith. People like Archbishop Desmond Tutu, Grand Mufti Sheikh Ali Goma, and Karen Armstrong. Thousands have affirmed the Charter, like Queen Rania, Sir Richard Branson, and even His Holiness, the Dalai Lama. Compassion is basically, it's the golden rule. It's an idea that has been around for centuries, and it's at the core of all the world's religious and ethical beliefs. The Charter for Compassion is a declaration to restore compassion to the center of our moral and religious traditions. Starting as a wish at the TED conference, it has inspired a movement. Over in San Francisco, there are students that are getting together to talk about what the Golden Rule means to them. Seattle took up the charter, becoming the first official compassionate city.
Compassionate Seattle. It is up to...
And in the U.S., the entire Presbyterian Church signed up, which is awesome. The Irish threw a compassion festival, and in South Africa, the Reverend Peter Story unveiled the charter at the World Cup. The Charter for Compassion has been endorsed by institutions as diverse as the Sydney Opera House, the Washington Cathedral, the Karachi Press Club, the Chautauqua Institution, and the Garden of Forgiveness in Lebanon. From Amsterdam to Pakistan, from Mexico to Dubai, Lahore to London, Toronto to Tel Aviv, I mean everywhere, millions of people around the world are coming together to make the Charter their own. And now, we're looking to you. Do you want your own school, community, city, or country to be more compassionate? Go to charterforcompassion.org to find out how. Why don't we all start right about now?
Before we unveil the Charter 2.0, we return to the foundation on which it stands. These are the words first spoken to the world in 2009. Words that have guided compassionate cities, inspired schools and organizations, and ignited a movement around the globe. Let us listen again to the original Charter for Compassion, the document that planted the seed from which all our work has grown, and that continues to call us into deeper service.
The principle of compassion lies at the heart of all religious, ethical, and spiritual traditions,
calling us always to treat all others as we wish to be treated ourselves.
Compassion impels us to work tirelessly to alleviate the suffering of our fellow creatures.
To dethrone ourselves from the center of our world and put another there.
To honor the inviolable sanctity of every single human being.
Treating everybody without exception.
With absolute justice, equity, and respect.
It is also necessary in both public and private life.
To refrain consistently and empathically from inflicting pain.
To act or speak violently out of spite, chauvinism, or self-interest.
To impoverish, exploit, or deny basic rights to anybody.
And to incite hatred by denigrating others, even our enemies.
Is a denial of our common humanity.
We acknowledge that we have failed to live compassionately.
And that some have even increased the sum of human misery in the name of religion.
We therefore call upon all men and women to restore compassion
to the center of morality and religion.
To return to the ancient principle
that any interpretation of Scripture
that breeds violence,
hatred,
or disdain
is illegitimate.
To ensure that youth are given accurate and respectful information
about other traditions, religions, and cultures.
To encourage a positive appreciation of cultural
and religious diversity.
To cultivate
an informed empathy with the suffering of all human beings,
even those
regarded as enemies.
We urgently need to make compassion a clear, luminous, and dynamic force in our polarized world.
Rooted in a principled determination to transcend selfishness.
Compassion can break down political, dogmatic, ideological, and religious boundaries.
Born of our deep interdependence, compassion is essential for human relationships and to a fulfilled humanity.
It is the path to enlightenment and indispensable in the creation of a just economy and a peaceful global community.
From its origins in 2009, the Charter for Compassion has grown into a living movement. What began as a single vision has now taken root in more than 55 countries, nearly 600 cities, and more than 3,000 organizations. Each has planted seeds of compassion in its own soil, creating new patterns of kinship, justice, and cooperation. A few years ago, we captured this story in an animation that traced how compassion was spreading around the globe. Since then, our work has expanded even further. The roots are deeper, the branches are wider, and the movement is stronger than ever. Let's take a look at how the Charter has unfolded and continues to unfold as a global force for compassion.
Over the past 10 years, the Charter for Compassion has grown to become the largest network in the global compassionate movement. We have a bold, audacious vision for the next 10 years, where compassion in action is the path to a world that is peaceful, joyful, and works for all life. We invite you to join the movement and co-create this vision with us. Faced with pervasive, serious crises everywhere, people are awakening and seeking a more harmonious and compassionate world. But without a structure to connect to others, grow strong, and take charge of transforming our planet, many are unsure how to proceed. That's where the Charter excels. The Charter for Compassion offers a global structure so that people, organizations, and cities can become visible to each other and make critical connections. These connections happen at several levels. The Charter connects individuals to cutting-edge courses that cultivate empathy and core human values. The Charter connects schools to compassionate learning programs that hundreds of schools and universities are using. Because of the Charter's connections, 22,000 preschoolers in Monterrey, Mexico are learning about compassion, kindness, and empathy through Think Equal lessons. The Charter is also helping to spread Think Equal in social, emotional, and ethical learning in other countries. The Charter connects cities to other cities that have pledged to focus on open dialogue, understanding, and inclusion. More than 400 communities in 54 countries want to increase compassion locally, and people at the grassroots level are working on innovative initiatives that address local needs. Let's look at a few examples. Compassionate Pune in India is connecting local farmers growing organic produce to markets that pay them a fair price. Compassionate Pakistan is creating women empowerment zones for skill building. In Belfast, Northern Ireland, volunteers are hosting compassionate cafes to heal political and religious divides. In San Pedro, Mexico, Las Madrinas, the godmothers, are rebuilding lives one roof at a time. In Las Vegas, Nevada, and 13 other states, 160,000 students are learning science, nutrition, and conservation in hands-on school gardens supported by Green Our Planet and community partners. In our role as a global connector, the Charter brings together thousands of partners, supporting organizations and people worldwide so we can learn from each other, share best practices, and co-create solutions for the peaceful and compassionate world that we all desire. The Charter for Compassion is sparking a global movement and becoming a powerful engine for planetary transformation. Join us. Compassion is an urgent call to action. Investing in compassion is investing in a better future for ourselves and our next generations. At this critical time in humanity's evolution, please support the Charter's global movement to co-create a world that works for everyone.
What you have just seen is the flowering of a vision. Compassion taking root in communities everywhere. It is a story of growth, creativity, and resilience. Yet, we know that our world today faces challenges as great as any in our history. Ecological collapse, deep divisions, and wounds of injustice that still bleed through generations. The work of compassion cannot stand still. The Charter for Compassion is often described as a network of networks, a living web that connects people, organizations, and movements across borders and traditions. Again and again, we discover that when we come together, compassion grows stronger, more visible, and more powerful. And so often, we turn to the arts to help us see more clearly, to feel more deeply, and to lift urgent issues into the light of the human heart. Now we invite you to listen to one of our ambassadors, Yael Deckelbaum, whose song War is Not a Woman's Game, featuring Amira Leon, reminds us that compassion is not passive, it is courageous, and it is essential to transforming our world.
Safety and protection of a woman and her child. When the old way keeps on filling, a new sun has to rise. Look ahead as times are changing. War is not a woman's game.
soil, manifesting the age of redemption, the tides recoil. A nod to the horizon and its fire. The soliloquy of time lingers on our tongue, a small prayer, sacred desire. It is us, it is us. The womb no longer a tomb for our daughters, our sons, the golden ones. Our palms up to the sky, inviting the rain to remove the blood stains, still in awe of the hidden sun and her memory. It ain't child's play. It ain't a woman's game. War is not a woman's game. We, the women of the world, are tired of being tired. It is our time. We are rising. War is not a woman's game. War is not a woman's game. War is not a woman's game.
Yael's song is more than a declaration. It is a reminder that war, violence, and domination have no rightful place in our common humanity. Her voice calls us to courage, to responsibility, and to the work of building a world where compassion leads the way. The Charter for Compassion, that network of networks, is a living movement that connects people, communities, and organizations across every border. At its heart is our shared responsibility to honor the dignity of each person and to safeguard the earth that sustains us all. That is why, together, we have returned to the heart of the Charter, to listen again, to learn again, and to reimagine what compassion asks of us in this time. Out of this reflection and renewal has come a bold new call, Charter for Compassion 2.0. In 2025, a Charter for Compassion transformation from inner healing to planetary flourishing. This is not a replacement of the original charter, but it is deepening. It is the next chapter in our shared journey, honoring the past while calling us forward into the great turning of our times. Now let us listen to the words of the Charter 2.0 in many voices united in one promise. The voices you hear come from Charter board members, staff, and partners. They are part of our family, and together they call us into this sacred work.
We, the global community of Earth, stand at a threshold moment in human and planetary history. The principle of compassion, which has always resided at the heart of all religious, ethical, spiritual, and indigenous traditions, now calls us to a profound transformation, from separation to kinship, from charity to justice, from competition to cooperation, and from human-centered thinking to universal awareness.
We recognize that authentic compassion begins with the understanding that inner healing extends outward through just relationships, regenerative systems, and reverent care for all life. Compassion is both a deep awareness of suffering and a courageous commitment to transformation, addressing symptoms and root causes through intentional action and structural change.
We are called to make compassion a clear, luminous, and dynamic force in our world, as it awakens to greater interconnection and wholeness. Rooted in inner healing and manifested as justice, this expanded compassion can dissolve the false boundaries between self and other, human and nature, past, present, and future.
Born of our deep interdependence with all life, compassion is essential to human relationships and the continuation of life itself on Earth. Compassion is the path to collective healing and indispensable to the creation of regenerative economics, restorative justice, and a thriving planetary community.
We call upon all beings to join us in this great work of our time. the transformation of our civilizations from systems of domination to cultures of partnership, from economies of extraction to economies of care, from a patterned consciousness of separation to an expanded awareness of our sacred kinship with all life.
This charter is our sacred promise to life itself, a commitment to embody the change we seek, to heal the wounds that we have inherited, and to plant seeds of flourishing for generations yet to come. It is an invitation to participate in the greatest story ever told, the story of life awakening to its own sacred nature and choosing love over fear, cooperation over domination, and healing over harm.
May our words become actions, our actions become culture, and our culture become the foundation for a world where all beings can thrive in dignity, beauty, and beloved community.
You have just heard the words of the Charter for Compassion 2.0, a call spoken by many voices, yet carrying one truth, that compassion is both the beginning and the path forward. It begins in the healing of our own hearts and extends outward into just relationships, regenerative systems, and care for all life. It calls us to dissolve the boundaries that divide us between self and other, human and nature, past and future, and to embrace our deep kinship with all creation. This charter is not only a document, it is a promise to choose justice over charity, partnership over domination, reverence over exploitation, and love over fear. Today, we honor this sacred promise. Together, we plant seeds of compassion that will grow into cultures of care, communities of belonging, and a world where all beings may flourish in dignity, beauty, and beloved community.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace.
You may say I'm a dreamer, The Charter for Compassion 2.0 is rooted in two great responsibilities: our common humanity and our stewardship of the earth. These guide every action we take. To live out these responsibilities, we organize our work through 7 pillars. Each pillar represents a vital dimension of human and planetary flourishing, and together they provide a holistic framework for transformation.
We cultivate wisdom, empathy, and understanding across generations. In classrooms and communities, compassion becomes a curriculum. Teachers, students, and leaders alike are invited to grow in emotional intelligence, peace building, and a literacy of the heart.
We affirm that health is a shared right, never a privilege. Compassionate care embraces mind, body, and spirit. It heals trauma, nurtures resilience, and strengthens community well-being. It ensures that nutrition, hygiene, and holistic care are within reach for all of us.
We lift up service and creativity as universal language of compassion. Through music and the arts, we tell stories, build bridges, and awaken understanding. Gratitude and cultural diversity are celebrated, and artists help us move our hearts toward justice and peace.
We honor our kinship with the earth and its abundance. Food becomes security, shared equitably. Agriculture regenerates instead of depletes. Indigenous wisdom guides us back to balance with the land.
We nurture imagination and cooperation as pathways to solutions. Play is not a luxury but a human right, a source of joy and resilience. Innovation flourishes when rooted in compassion, opening new models for civic design and community building.
We commit to fairness, accountability, and the healing of history. We face injustice, racism, and colonization with courage. Through restorative and transformative justice, we build civic cultures of equity, transparency, and dignity.
We draw from the wisdom of the world's traditions and the depths of the human spirit. In spaces of dialogue and prayer, we practice love, hope, and forgiveness. Inner transformation ripples outward, shaping compassionate action in the world.
The 7 pillars are not silos, but they are threads that are interwoven, where education teaches love for the earth and health is bound with justice. The arts sing of resilience and justice grows from hope, and innovation only flows when we care for the planet.
Together, they create a living architecture for compassion, one that moves from inner healing to planetary flourishing. From its beginning in 2009, the Charter for Compassion has carried a radical truth. That compassion must be more than a word or a feeling. It must be a way of life. Each of us must become a compassionate human being. Today, with the Charter for Compassion 2.0, we step into a new chapter of that journey, one that calls us to inner healing and transformation and to the flourishing of all life on earth.
We have seen what compassion can do. It can transform neighborhoods into communities who care, strangers into kin, and movements into cultures of justice and hope. This is only beginning. The Charter is not a document to be read and remembered. It is a promise to be lived by each of us together.
So, let us go forward, planting seeds of compassion in every corner of our world. Let us choose love over fear and cooperation over domination and healing over harm. May our words become actions. May our actions become culture. And may our culture become the foundation of a world where all beings can thrive in dignity, beauty, and beloved community.
Well, my heart starts sinking and I'm thinking, what's the reason why we holding back from being kind? What's the disease? But then I sense we are fine. It'll all happen one small step at a time. When the world is full of violence and it needs a little kindness, I just sit and pray in silence, and God shows me the signs. Open my eyes, realize we are fine. One small act at a time. Last night I'm walking home and the homeless man says hello with a smile to let me know that he's got a lot of hope. He says, have faith, young man, we are fine. The world is kind. One small act at a time. Small acts we do together, even though maybe alone, changes the world for the better, so we can call it home. And this is life as we know, when our hearts are aligned, the magic that unfolds, one small act at a time. Throw your hearts up, let it fly high, let your love for all the world spread through the sky. Let it drop down, let it all go, spreading kindness to every single living soul. Can you see your love from me shining through? Cause what you see in me, I can see in you. And soon enough, you and me will be out of time, and kindness will be all we can leave behind. Yeah, feeling grateful today. Never thought this day would come where I would feel it and say that each and every one of us has paved the way doing good, and now we're all just moving up. When I'm kinda you pay it forward. This is how we build trust. Never had faith, but now I'm seeing you eye to eye. Wanna gift you my life, wanna spread love before I die. Thank you, God, for finally letting me realize when I serve man, I'm really serving you in disguise. Smiles everywhere, cause now everybody's got the bug. Ain't no life without the love. If it is, it ain't no fun. What we gonna do now? Just grab a friend and give a hug. Spread it out real wide so everyone can be touched. Throw your hearts up, let it fly high, let your love for all the world spread through the sky. Let it drop down, let it all go, spreading kindness to every single living soul. Can you see your love from me shining through? Cause what you see in me, I can see in you. And soon enough, you and me will be out of time, and kindness will be all we can leave behind. Every single living soul. Can you see your love from me shining through? Cause what you see in me, I can see in you. And soon enough, you and me will be out of time, and